Hey guys, welcome to my channel Showman Reels Films, and I'm glad to welcome you all. This is Rahul here, and I would like to start this video with a bit about myself. So I'm a film enthusiast who is hoping to become a filmmaker one day, and this is just a place where I see a lot of films and I dump all my ideas and all my analysis about the films here, just to give you a perspective of what I think and how my perspective of watching films are. And to start off with in this channel, the first film that I'm going to be analyzing here is the film OMG 2, which I recently saw, and I was really happy to see a very packed theater for a Hindi film after Pathan. And this is a film that I really want to talk about because of all the backlashes that the film has already seen, and I think it's best to put it out as it was nothing like how they explained it or how they perceived it to be, and it was a completely different experience seeing it on films, and that is what I'll be sharing about here. So let's get into it. So OMG 2, it's a literal spiritual sequel, and it tells us a tale of a Shiva devotee father, Kanti Sharan Mugdal, played by an informed Pankaj Tripathi, and he's a caring father of two, Damu and Vivek. One day he learns from the school management that Vivek is being expelled from the school due to immoral conduct. This film focuses on how Kanti understands the viewpoint of where he has failed as a father, that transpires into a wonderful courtroom drama where he takes upon the school management, who rather should be apologetic for the events that has transpired rather than to expel Vivek for this. So OMG 2 as a project has a lot of positives to talk about but very less negatives. So let me just get that out of the way. So to start off with the negatives of the film, Yami Gautham's character as a defense lawyer was played very wonderfully by her, but it's just that the character was written in a very monotone way, and the character was very single dimensional, that we could always guess the next move of what she was going to do. And if it was written with a bit more complexity, I guess the film would have taken an even more interesting turn, is what I felt. And moving on to the next negative was Pawan Malhotra's portrayal as the judge, and I felt it was a very caricaturish role in a courtroom drama where the judge is everything. And what I felt was, if the judge had even more better writing as a character, then I could feel that I was not sitting in a courtroom drama and it was just a satirical comedy, and it was not feeling very organic, is what I felt. And to talk about the positives of the film, and this is what I was more excited to talk about, the performances of the film was very wonderful and it was nothing short of brilliance. Every character knew what the assignment was and at what pitch the performance has to be delivered in, and they did their assignments beautifully and they delivered what was expected out of them. To start off with, Pankaj Tripathi as a timid and loving father did a wonderful performance at playing the most caring father, and it was also presented at a very comedic pitch, which Pankaj Tripathi is good at. And to start off with, it was a very seamless performance from scene to scene, where he was seen as a very caring, lovable father, to the revelation point where his son is being expelled from the school, and to understand where he had went wrong as a parent and to fight against the justice system to help his son to come across the guilt was very wonderful to look at from an audience point of view. And I don't have anything to say more about Pankaj Tripathi because looking at his previous track record, I think this was just a cakewalk for him. Moving on to the next positive, I would say it's definitely Akshay Kumar, who played the role of Shiva's messenger. And like any other role, Akshay Kumar plays it very effortlessly, and he does it like a cakewalk, just like the first installment. Compared to Pankaj, he has a lesser screen time, but he is effective in his performance and he makes up for it in that way. Looking at this actor's previous track record in the box office, it has not been that great, but I think Oh My God 2 would definitely shower him with a divine experience, and I think from here it's just uphill for this particular actor. So talking about performances, I know that I had listed Yami Gautham in the negatives point, but that was just the way the character was written in. But I would say Yami Gautham played the defense lawyer with so much conviction that I was able to believe that she was a real lawyer. And the way the character was presented with Yami Gautham's performance in it, I think it makes up for how it was written. And I think any character that you give to her, she presents it in her own way, and that's how the magic appears on the screen. Speaking about performances, I definitely cannot leave Arush Verma, who played Vivek, out of it. He portrayed the character with such great effectiveness is what I feel. He plays the victim who is reprimanded by the society and the school for his so-called immoral act with such sincerity and conviction. We as audiences were able to feel the pain from his eyes, and from my viewpoint, this is one of the great performances that he has put forward, and I'm expecting more such great performances from Arush Verma in the near future. Social commentary and what the film actually tries to say. The social commentary of sex education and how it is required to be used in today's curriculum was brought in very seamlessly into the screenplay, and I would say this is just not any other film that we can pass by for this weekend. This social commentary that was presented in a satirical comedy, that is Oh My God 2, I would say is a wonderful blend of how entertainment can also be informative, and this was very informative for me from an audience point of view. It sheds light on how over the course of years, sex as a topic has become a taboo subject and how it is being refrained from being spoken upon by many people in our country. This definitely brings up the debate of how and why sex education is important for a third world country, that is India, through several events, and shows many examples of how India was way ahead from the rest of the world in sex education and how it is now something that should not be spoken about. The censor board and its prevailing problems. Oh My God 2 as a film, I feel should have been given a UA certificate for the kind of messages that it put forward to the audiences, and the censor board thinking that there would be backlashes because it would hurt a lot of religious sentiments was just absurd from my point of view. And I feel if given with a UA certificate, this particular film could have reached a lot of younger audiences too. The worst part about this film is that a film regarding sex education for the teens has been given an A certificate. A genuine attempt at pitching something much needed for the audiences across all ages was met with backlashes and pre-release boycotts without even understanding what the film represents. To those who wanted the film to be banned as it was against the Sanatana Dharma, has to understand that there is no film which actually insinuates and elevates why Sanatana Dharma is the greatest and how it has been interpreted in the coming years, rather misinterpreted. However, I was glad to see the hall filled full with people enjoying this film in a Chennai auditorium, and was glad about the fact that there is still hope that people would step into the theatre for good content, even if it has so much negativity around it. And that's all for the video, guys. I would give a very big thumbs up to Oh My God 2 just for the content that it presented to us. And I would say just go to the theaters and have fun watching this film, and in turn learn a lot about how sex education is very important in the current climate of our country. Thanks a lot for watching the video, guys. Please do subscribe to my channel in YouTube, and please do follow me on Instagram, showmanreels_films. Thanks a lot and have a nice day.